Testing. Okay, good afternoon, student. And let's take a look at the lessons for today. And if you look at the blackboard, you may notice that I have posted a number of information online in terms of the assignment one, in terms of the information about midterm tests. On checking the lesson schedule, I think I have to postpone the midterm test a little bit to the 27th of March because this is the lessons for face-to-face, as well as I want you to complete the assignment one first, so that I can immediately release the suggested answer to you, and then you can get prepared for your midterm tests here. And so therefore, if you really want to do the assignment one, you can go ahead with the assignment exercise. And so I would like to add something there. Calculator plus A4 reference paper. Okay, double side. Okay, printed or written. So the midterm test would not be difficult at all, because the midterm test question or lecture would be more or less the same as your assignment one. So therefore, if you do the questions for your assignment one, you may somehow experience the questions for the midterm test as well. So therefore, you can take a look at the individual assignment one here. Maybe we can take a look at the assignment one questions here. So I think you have sufficient time to do your assignment, and the due date would be 16th of March, and it's Sunday. So within the assignment one, there are questions for the true false, but be careful about your answer, because if you answer correctly, and you will be given 2 marks. But in case if you answer incorrectly, and you will be deducted by 1 mark. So which is exactly the same as the format for the midterm test. But again, the question may not be the same. So when it comes to the multiple choice, and the nature is more or less the same as well. So therefore, your assignment one actually is a pre-test for you. So there are two calculation questions together with explanation. I'm for sure that the calculation there is quite easy, because I will go through the calculation with you in class, no matter face-to-face lessons or online lessons. And there will be explanation part that you need to explain to me a little bit based on the questions. And each question is 20 marks, the calculation is 10 marks, and the explanation is 10 marks as well. The last one is a test of your skill. When you go through, or when you complete all the exercise of the tutorial assignment, and you are supposed to have the corresponding skill to do the image processing. So therefore, here is the image processing exercise that you need to do using your own knowledge and skill that you learn from tutorial. And I will give you this, okay? And you can make use of this image in order to add some effect so that your student ID will have this kind of effect overlapping the background image. And you need to submit me this image as well. So you can make use of the Pixlr platform, or some students ask me if they use some other platform to do, is it okay? I think it's okay, because I will not ask you the step that you did in order to have this result. So therefore, there are a lot of the image processing tools, say Photoshop, or some other platform that can help. But of course, if you make use of Pixlr or Photoshop, I'm for sure that you can have the same output, because I make use of the same platform to do this image. I'm not too sure whether other platform can have similar result. Anyway, this is the assignment one for you. Take your time and do it uh, at your convenience. So I'm for sure that the due date is sufficient. Okay, I'm not going to extend the due date because we have the midterm test afterwards. Is it okay? But if you have questions with the assignment one that you want me to clarify, you can WhatsApp me or send me an email. And again, I think the midterm test date, okay, is confirmed. And we will have the test here in this room, because we have lecture and tutorial right here. So make sure that you come on 27th of March. Okay? 有冇問題啊，同學？如果有問題嘅話，你可以同我再講嘅。係。好，咁我哋繼續啦。Okay, so let's move on to the lessons right here. I have uploaded all the materials on Blackboard. So if you want to know what is going to learn in the coming lessons, okay, and you can download the PDF here. So last time we have mentioned about the test and the image, and for today, and we will shift the focus a little bit, because if you open the notes here, and you may notice that there are quite a lot of things that you may need to do. For example, you need to do the calculation. Okay, let's take a look at the lessons. So for today, you are going to learn a little bit about the file compression, because in your assignment one, you also need to do this. So again, as you all know that the file format, image file format, may result in a very big size of image. So therefore, people think about how they can carry the image along, or how they can send the image files to someone else. So therefore, someone invented the files compression technique. And of course, we don't need to dig into details about the mechanism, the algorithm of compressing the image. But instead, we also need to know about the basic concept. For example, the compression technique. There are two types of compression technique nowadays. One is the lossless, and the other one is lossy compression. And again, at the end of the compression, actually the file size can be smaller. So that's one of the major objectives. So if you take a look at the image compression effect here. We have the original image on the left-hand side. The file size is 624 kilobyte. And then at the end of the compression, 50% of lossy compression. So lossy compression means some of the information from the image is lost. And at the end of the compression, the file size is decreased by 1/10. Okay, 76 kilobyte. And then we have another higher percentage of lossy compression. Okay, if you make it 80%, the image become 38 kilobyte. And if you look into details about the three photos, the quality of the photos on the right hand side is the worst. And we have different image compression file format. And for example, if you ask about the GIF, okay, graphics interchange files, and it's a kind of format which is lossless. But when it comes to JPEG, which is a kind of popular image file format with compression, so therefore our mobile phone or even the digital camera, they always use JPEG as the way to compress the files to save the space. So how about the PNG? PNG is also a kind of the compression file format, and is a format that is also popular as well. But the compression ratio may not always the best compared with the JPEG, and it really depends whether the nature of the image. Suppose that the image is a real image. I mean that you take a photo of the image, and then it's better to use JPEG. But if you are using the graphic tools to draw a red ball, etc., or you are compressing some cartoon, etc., and then the PNG would be better. But anyway, it doesn't matter. No matter the method that you are using, one of the objectives is to make the files smaller. Otherwise, you can't send to your friends, or even you can't send using WhatsApp. So therefore, if you look at the photo again at the bottom, there are two photos of different file format. One is GIF, 256 color, and the other is JPEG, okay, with 80% compression. So you may notice that JPEG photo is much better compared with the GIF because the color depth, okay, is not that good for JPEG, for GIF, you know. Anyway, let's take a look at this table. This table lets you know about the different file, image file format, and whether it is lossy or lossless. Again, the lossless means no information loss. Lossy means some of the information is deleted, okay, or discarded. So therefore, if you look at bitmap, it's good because it's the let me see with this one. Okay, it seems that there is still the kind of the lossy method. Okay, but but the file is not compressed. Okay, at all. So therefore, it's still not that good. And for TIFF, okay, TIF, okay, and it's a lossless file format, and it's quite good because it can preserve the original information of the image. How about the PNG? Okay, PNG is also lossless. And how about JPEG? Okay, it's lossy compression. And we have the new version of JPEG, we call JPEG 2000. Okay, but anyways, we always use a JPEG format. So if you take a look at this diagram or this graph, you may notice that we have the x-axis, horizontal axis about the compression ratio. So that means on the right hand side, the compression ratio is very high. But on the left hand side, the compression ratio is very low. And you may also notice that the y-axis is the PNG file size, the ratio. How we can read this graph, and it's quite straightforward. You can take a look at the explanation on the left. For example, the smaller the image size, the worse the compression ratio. Is it okay? And the bigger the image size, the better the compression ratio. I don't know whether you understand these two sentences, because the bigger the image size, that means the more the information that the JPEG or the calculation is able to remove the information. But for small file size, no more information can be removed. So therefore, it's quite difficult to compress further. So therefore, if you really want to compress an image better, you should take a big photo, so that at the end of the calculation, the JPEG format is able to remove redundant or some hidden information, useless information. So again, if you are asked about comparing the lossy and lossless compression, and what you need to do is you mention about the definition here. So on the left hand side, we have the lossless compression. So lossless compression actually use the algorithm to identify the statistical redundancy. So as you all know that an image is made of colors. Colors are some of the information in the image that will be repeated. So therefore, is there any part of the image that the JPEG, okay, at the end of the calculation, determined as redundant, and then it can be removed? So how about lossy? So lossy actually is a kind of compression that degrade the quality of the data. Usually, we mention lossy and lossless from the digital imaging perspective, because it would be quite easy for us to compare and understand the meaning behind the words. And for the original data, like compressing our document, compressing something else, we may not choose lossy, because if you compress your report and you use lossy method, that means your report will have data loss, and it will not be possible. But when it comes to the image, and as you all know that our vision may not that accurate enough to see everything. So therefore, you can use lossy compression, remove the information, okay, cheat our eyes, so that using low quality image to be displayed on the screen. So for today, there is quite a lot of challenge to you, because we will focus on the calculation. So we will learn something about how we can calculate the image size, resolution, color depth, as well as the compression ratio. So all these are necessary for doing the assignment 1. So let's take a look. The size of the image, how we can calculate the size of the image. So we can simply multiply the height, okay, with the width, as well as the color depth, and then divided by 8 byte, so that we can get the image size in terms of byte. And then if you calculating the compression ratio, and the question should provide you the corresponding size of the compressed image. And again, the compression ratio is simply a kind of the division. You use the original image A divided by the compressed image size b, and then you can get the ratio out. So here comes the examples for you. I think you can make use of the calculator here. I'm for sure that there is a calculator that you can do simple calculation. So suppose we have the image of two husky dogs here. So suppose this image is 300 times 200, okay, of 8-bit color. And then the compressed image is 20 kilobyte. So what is the compression ratio? So the first thing you need to do is to calculate the original file size. According to the notes there, we have 300 times 200 times 8-bit. And then we have the 480,000 bits here. This is the file size of the image. But usually we may not show this number, okay? Show this number as the image size. We need to divide this by 8-bit, divide this by 1024 bit, so that it becomes kilobyte. Okay, and we have the 58.6 kilobyte. And then, because the question asks you about the ratio, so therefore this number, okay, must be divided by 20. Okay, divided by 20. And then we have the compression ratio of 2.92. Is it okay? So here comes another example of different values. And this question asks you about how many bits of data. So take a look. We have the compression ratio 4. We have the resolution 2K. We have the compressed image 960K. So what you need to do is to assign a variable n as the color level. And then what you need to do is to multiply 1920 with 1024 so that you can know the entire number of pixels. And then you need to multiply the variable n divided by 8. And then this number is the same as the calculation using the compressed image size times the compression ratio. Okay, so that's 4 times 960. So if you look at the examples over there, we have the formula at the top equals the left hand side equals the right hand side, and then we do simple arithmetic, and we have n equals 16. Okay, so here comes the questions for you. Question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4. Okay, and maybe let me create a link for you to do the calculation now. Okay, can you do me a favor doing the exercise now? And let me create a place for you to submit. Okay. So when you attempt the questions over there, and if you know how to do it, and then I'm for sure that you can do the exercise assignment 1 questions directly, you know. So when you have finished, remember to submit your work to this link. I put this link inside, okay? Inside tutorial folder there, you can see it directly. And let me see if I have the answer for you here. Oops, okay. So one, two. So if you don't know how to calculate, you can discuss with your classmate as well, okay? No worry. And I just want you to do the calculation first, and then I will discuss with you the answer. And then you can submit me your work. Okay, let's take a look at the calculation together. And for question 1, and this one is quite obvious. Okay, for example, the file size. Okay, so let's take a look at this one. Okay, file size, and you can also compare your answer with me and see if is correct. Okay, so this one is simply by multiplying the 1300 with 1200 times 24 bits color, and we have this value. And then the next thing you need to do is to convert. Okay, convert this one into byte, into kilobyte. Okay, divided by 1024 by 8. And then we have this one. And you also need to divide it further by 1024 such that it become MB, you know. And then the 1024, and we have this number. And the compression ratio, okay, would be this one. So is it correct? 啱唔啱？我有冇錯？ So this is the answer for question 1. And if I'm incorrect, remember to remind me. 咁我哋睇睇第二條. Okay, let's take a look at question 2. So this one is better for you to let n be the bit. Okay, and then let's take a look. We have the file size. File size should be the 1920 times 048 times n bit. Okay, this is the best there. And then you can also change the compressed image like this. So this time I try to expand, okay, this one. Okay, this compressed image into the corresponding bit. So that means I need to multiply this such that it becomes this. So this the bits that the compressed image should have. And then the ratio. So as you all know that the ratio equals 4, which is equals to the 192028 n divided by. So we can calculate this. So the number of bits should be 3 bits, right? So Sorry, I have something wrong here. Okay, I have to multiply this. Okay. So I have to multiply this. Okay, sorry, this one. Okay, and I have to multiply this, and it should be 24 bits. Okay.有個問題，第二條我都爭啲計錯啦。OK 啊，咁啊應該24 bit 嘅。Okay, so it's 24 bits. So let's move on to question 3. This question requires you to check the true color. Okay. So if it is true color, that means 24 bits. Is it okay? So because if you take a look at the questions there, it asks you about the true color. So therefore, be careful. Q3. So Q3 2048 W times 24. Okay, which is equals to 1.953125 times 1.5 times 1024. So this is the formula, okay? So that both sides should be the same. And then we can calculate this directly. So the answer should be this one. 有冇問題？第三條。So this is the answer for question 3. So make sure that you know how to do the calculation, because your assignment 1 together with the midterm test will have this kind of calculation. So the last one, so the resolution. So this one is quite tricky. Okay, so let's take a look. Okay, the resolution. Okay, B. So let the resolution be 4C times 3C. Because the questions ask you about 4, the ratio is 4 to 3. And we have the file size which is equals to 4C times 3C, okay, times 16. Okay, bits. And okay, compress image, okay, is 1 megabyte, okay, which is equals to which is this one. So therefore you can simply equate this one, 4C times 3C times 16, okay, 16, which is equals to 1.5 times this one. And 1.5 times 1024. So we have C squared equals 45536. And we have C equals 256. So therefore, resolution, take a look, resolution. Okay, the resolution would be this one times 4, okay, 1024 times. So that's the answer for all the questions. So it doesn't matter, I can put the answer on the blackboard, okay, so that you can have certain reference, you know. So there's the answer. Okay, by the way, you remember to submit, okay, submit your work. So even though I tell you the answer there. So I hope that you can manage the calculation tonight. And okay, let's take a look at the tutorial last week. I'm not too sure whether you have completed the tutorial exercise last week. But if you remember last time I mentioned to you, there is a stone man, okay, which is really, really challenging, okay, which is really, really challenging. And I would like to go through this with you, okay. So because I want you to do me this, okay. One more thing that I would like to share with you is to watch a video about the color. Okay, so let's take a look at this video, because sometimes when it comes to the multimedia content design, and then we may use different color, no matter as background or as the color for the front, and or you may add a color filter. So there may be certain meaning behind the color. So therefore, I would like to share the video with you here. Okay, so let's take a look at. Okay, so we have the sun here. Okay, so you may notice that there are quite a lot of the theory or meaning behind the use of color. So again, the reason behind showing you this video is to remind you that it's quite important for you to make good use of the color, no matter in your group project design, for the video or the poster that you need to submit with your assignment 2, okay, and what message that you want to deliver. And again, sometimes it's a little bit subjective, but I think it would be good to know about the meaning in general, okay, so that you uh, do not, okay, use the color improperly. Is it okay? So this is something I would like to share with you, and okay, just put the link over there, okay, and enjoyed watching this one. So, and I think apart from the tutorial exercise that I would like you to do about the photo retouching tonight, and I just leave the photo retouching to you to do this week. But I think during the lessons, I would like to work with you with this stone man. Okay, so could you do me a favor? Open the last tutorial together. So my focus is on this stone man only, because the other part of the tutorials last week is pretty easy, but this one would be a little bit tricky. And I'm for sure that some of you are really experienced with the image processing, handling the photos. So therefore, some of you can handle this exercise as well. Okay, so can you do me a favor? Go to the Pixlr, okay, and log in. So you can also go to the tutorial there, okay, and so I'm sorry, it seems that I go to the wrong website. So if you want to do this, you have to go to the editor mode. So you cannot do this in express mode, you know. And you can okay, open the image there. So let me log in again here. And open the image, and so let me open this one, stone. And we have to add one more layer there, new layer. And the other layer we have to so let me see if we have some step there. Okay, so here is the step. So you may notice that we have the man at the bottom. Okay, so let me unlock this one, and this one is at the top. And then let me Open another image there, okay, so that I can have the face light right here. And then let me put the image over there. So now I have the man photo over there. And then I have the stone, okay? I have the stone on top, but this one seems to be smaller. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Okay, let me adjust a little bit. Okay, I have the face right here, and remember the stone. Okay, the stone should be on top of the man. Okay, so make sure that you have the stone layer on top, and then you have the man photo under the stone layer. Okay, and let me rename this one. Okay, this one is stone layer, and this one is man layer. Okay, so that you can easily see what's going on with the with my screen. So I have two layers, just like the nose. And then okay, and then I have to make the stone layer hidden first. Okay, this one hidden, so that I can see the man. Can you see? And the next thing I need to do is to make use of this. Okay, this one is the tools we call the lasso. So the lasso is really powerful because it can chase the area that you like, but you have to be patient about circling or tracing the edge of the area that you want to select. Okay, so you just select this one, and then you chase the face out. Okay, so I hope you can do it with patience. Okay, so you may notice that I'm tracing, okay, tracing the face out like this. Okay, can you see that? So I'm tracing the face out. Okay, so this is the way that we can trace the face. So let me trace it again. So maybe I can trace it over there. So as long as you know the technique, and then you can make uh, uh, some other effect as well using some other photo. Okay, so I'm so sorry that I cannot chase properly. Okay, but anyway, I will try to chase the entire face here. Okay, finish. Okay, so that's the area that I have selected. So the next step is really critical because you need to switch the layer. Okay, so once you have selected the face area, and then you make the stone layer appear again. Okay, click it, and you may also notice that the previous selected area, okay, is on the screen. And the next thing you need to do is select here inverse selection, so that you select the rest of the area. Okay, inverse selection. That means apart from the face area, you select the rest of the area. And this one is also really critical. Delete. Okay, and then you can delete. Okay, the rest of the stone, leaving the stone covering the face only. And once you have the stone covering the face, what you need to do is to use okay, here comes the way that I want to mention, okay, about removing the eyes. Okay, so can you do me a favor, looking at the step 6 over there, and click this button again. Okay, okay, you click anywhere. Okay, and click this lasso again, and then chase. Okay, chase the areas, chase the eyes one by one slowly here. Okay, chase slowly like me here. So you must be slow and careful, okay, when you chase the eyes. Okay, so I have chased the eyes, okay, and then I show the stone again, and then I delete. Okay, delete. Okay, select the layer and then delete. So if you delete successfully, you can see the eyes like my screen. And then I hide the layer again, and then I select another eye here. Okay, I select another eye here. Okay, and then I unhide the stone layer, select the layer and delete, so that I can see both eyes. And the last step, okay, this one, it should be like this. Okay, and then the last step is to do the layer branding. Okay, and we just select this one, and then do the branding, and then we choose let me see, multiply. Yeah, something like this. And you can also adjust so if you want to make the texture of the face more, okay, don't change the opacity, just leave it like this. And then you may notice that that's the way that we can mix together the stone with the faces. And again, it's really impressed, because you make a stone man in this way. So therefore, in the future, if you like to uh, put together different texture fabrics like this, is quite convenient to do so, as long as you can manage the layer. Okay, so that's something I would like to mention to you, because this is one of the important exercise okay, from different uh, tutorial. And last but not least, okay, again for tonight, and if you take a look at the exercise for tonight, okay, so you are not required to to do this immediately. I would like to let you take a look at the exercise for tonight, and I think it would be quite exciting, because you will learn about the skill and technique of um, mixing, okay, of mixing the photos together. Okay, so you need to look at part one because I think if you do the entire tutorial, it would be too long. Okay, so you can take a look at this part one. Okay, I have divided the exercise into two parts so that you don't need to do too much. Okay, so in this part, you will try to learn about how you can do the layer mask. Masking is a really important technique in the Photoshop. So therefore, in this exercise, you need to learn how to turn this beautiful photos, okay, by mixing with the date, okay, the date photo, so that within the same photo you can see day and light, okay, day and light, and you need to use photo step and see how you can combine two photos together, and it's quite interesting effect. And then once you know this layer mask technique, and I'm for sure that you can use it to do your tutorial, your assignment, you know. And if you take a look at overlapping two photos and then apply layer mask, and you can get this kind of interesting result. Okay, interesting result. Is it okay? So the other exercise is about the Christmas photo. How we can put together several photos so that you can have a new photo, okay, for some special occasion. So I think this one is quite straightforward, okay. And the most important thing is the first one, okay. So I'll take your time and do the exercise, okay.
對啊，好就得啊。
好好奇啊啲
乜嘢？冇啊。
你聽日會唔會我去玩下嘅？
你有冇買啊？
有啊，
我有買啊。
即係
佢係聽日先可以
聽日
download。
1點。
聽日香港時間1點。
啊，
幾好。
好奇啊！
得閒聯絡下先。你呢個冇玩啊？手機好用。冇玩 ，OK 好。佢嗰個紋身係咪3個揀一定係幾多個？邊個？3個唔晒。佢嗰度instruction點講啊？佢有三個嘅。我哋揀一個。我哋揀我試下。拜拜。拜拜。拜拜。